Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew?
Shaky.
We gonna remember that. It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl
Sierra Nicole.
We back on the channel with another
Kid and C original. You just want to no, you shaky.
Welcome back to the channel, man. We got another good TikTok video for y'all today, man. We got what is something people glamorize that is just toxic. What you
think? What you think? Why you looking at me like that? Well, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna see if I agree with some of these, but I'm
sure some gonna pop in your head.
Yeah, some gonna pop in my head.
Some always pop in my head, you know.
Yeah.
You know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I get down. So with that being said, before we get into it, as always, man, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want to further support, you just always check down below. You don't know what to do. Also, salute to the comment of the day, man. We highly appreciate any comment that we do get over on the platform. So y'all keep running us up in those comments. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, just hit it with a simple like. We'll highly appreciate that as well. You help the algorithm. Trust me. Reason why all YouTubers said it's actually true. So with that being said, is what is something people glamorize that is just toxic, part 1. And they got 3 parts, so let us know in the comments if y'all want us to do part 2 and part 3. We most definitely will do it. Y'all know we like story times. With that being said, you ready?
Yes.
All right.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
Well-behaved children. A good example of this is the American public school system and how children are taught to be compliant, to not listen to their own voices, and to be quiet. You have to ask permission before you can do anything. You're expected to sit at a desk for 6, 7, 8 hours a day with limited breaks, a short lunch, and yeah, you get social interaction, and that's great, but they're just being taught to be robots. I have a 10-year-old, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and 3-year-old, and I've had more than one person tell me, it's not quiet at your house. It's really loud every time I come over. Yeah, it is, because I allow my children to express themselves. Children are not, I've seen parents who are like, pride themselves on their well-behaved child who listens the very first time they say, hey, go pick that up. Hey, don't do this. Hey, do that. Hey, don't talk to me like that. And the child just goes, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, thank you. I want my child to have a voice and opinion, and they'll learn respect through.
What's some?
No.
I agree.
I get what she's saying.
I say that all the time. I was gonna say something.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
You know, I say it all the time.
Go ahead.
Like, only thing that going to grade school for 13 years of your life, because including kindergarten, 1st grade, all the way to 12th grade, some after that because you go to college. Mm-hmm. All of it is to teach you how to. Basically, they're training you all your life to go get to work a 9 to 5 and take orders from someone else. Mm-hmm. That's all school is for. It's because it's about organization and structure, trying to teach you how to fall in line with how the world operates, and trying to train you up so when you turn 18, you'll be able to fall in line with structure.
Right.
Thing that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic.
Okay, this might be very unpopular, but here I go. Mission trips. They reinforce the white savior complex. They can be very harmful, degrading, dehumanizing, and even racist. For the most part, they're self-serving and self-aggrandizing. Sure, are there some good mission trips out there? Of course there are. Mm-hmm. The most effective ones are the ones who collaborate with the local people, figure out what needs to be done, empower those people to continue to create those programs that will be sustainable long after the white people leave. But those images from your mission trip sure do look good on your church's website, don't they? And on your own personal Facebook profile. So sweet. And you might actually be doing more harm than good to the people that you're trying to help. Because if the government is oppressive in that country, then you might be contributing to that oppression. How? By showing up and filling in the gaps that they won't. Makes it easy for them to stay in power. Something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about mission trips? Kind of what she said?
Yeah. And it says, did we have that conversation, or did I have that conversation with someone else? No, I don't know if I had that conversation with one of my friends or did we have that conversation?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but yeah, I get what she's saying though.
I've been on mission trips. I used to like going, but it was predominantly urban youth.
No,
with my
that's
mission
different
trip.
though.
And we would go, but our mission trips, we would only touch youth because we were youth and giving back to other youth. So
Right,
ours
that's
was
different.
like, we tried to impact a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic.
Y'all, please, because I'm gonna need y'all to listen to this one real quick. One of the biggest pet peeves of mine, and it comes across a lot in friendships, and it's the reason why a lot of my friendships have ended, is that people will try to call off and pass off them being a complete asshole for them being blunt. And my thing is, I get the whole, oh, I like to tell it how it is type of thing, but it's a difference between telling it how it is and just completely bringing down the people around you. And I think a lot of people get that mixed up. And what really bothers me is that, like, most of the time these people won't see the wrong in what they're doing. And then they have the nerve to be surprised when nobody wants to be around them. Like, sis, maybe if you didn't just point out all of my insecurities.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
I have something to say as a Latina, and I can already hear the hate comments coming. But I cannot get behind these fucking influencers. You don't even have to be an influencer, just like any girl who glamorizes like narco culture. There's nothing glamorous about it. You're not even about that life. It's the fact that you think this is like a cute way to get followers, and you think it's like cute to share this with like your teenage like audience.
What culture she say?
I'm trying to see.
Oh, I thought you heard it. No, I thought you heard
I couldn't
it.
understand what she said.
That life. It's the fact that you think this is like a cute way to get followers, and you think it's like cute to share this with like your teenage like audience. Like, there's nothing cute about it. What makes it worse is that most of these influencers are the same ones that are like, oh, I'll never go to Mexico, it's too dangerous. Yet you're over here fucking talking about how you're about that narco life and you're a narco wife and all this bullshit. And on top of that, can we please stop with the, oh, soy tóxica? Like, stop with the fucking negative stereotypes about Latinas. Like, it's not cute. Instead, use your platform to spread awareness about important issues, not bullshit.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
Office culture. Office life. Ugh. Don't know why we keep telling generation after generation that the ideal lifestyle is a white collar job where you work Monday through Friday in a suit and tie and it's just 9 to 5. It's 8 to 5 now. They've stolen 5 extra hours of our week. And when you ask anybody in an office, the vast majority is like, yeah, I'd rather not be here, dude. It is the most depressing place with its fucking cubicles and fluorescent lighting and like these frumpy office clothes that you have to wear and makeup and a daily commute. Constant back pain from sitting in a chair all day. The worst part, hands down, though, is the concept of professionalism where like you can't be too yourself because getting too personal is unprofessional. And yet the only way to establish meaningful connection with another human being is to get personal. So you just spend your life in the perpetual state of small talk like, oh yeah, the Mondays, huh? Can't believe this weather. It's just not good for you. Let's rethink this shit.
What's
That's why I'm pro work from home.
Girl.
I'm pro like chat. Bruh, let me chat from home so I put on my shows. I can communicate with the people I want to communicate with. I ain't got to talk to y'all. I'm just...
Honey, I felt that one, honey.
You really felt that one.
I really felt that
You
one.
for that office life. That's why I ain't gonna cap though. I did like Enterprise when I worked there because it was you interact with customers,
Yeah.
you interact with the office life, but it wasn't. And you drove around. It was a way you can maneuver in every aspect. You just want to sit there in the cubicle, man.
something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
In the gay community, how we have labels such as top, bottom, verse, verse, top, verse, bottom, like, it's all very toxic. Because why is sexual position how we choose to label ourselves? Like, I get it. We can talk about what you're into sexually, but why is that how we choose to introduce ourselves to new people, how we choose to try to find somebody to be in a relationship with? And then if we unpack that some more, it's giving heteronormative. It's giving man and woman. It's giving gender roles. And there are no gender roles in the same gender relationship. I personally believe it's a subconscious comparison to heterosexual relationships, especially with the stigma that goes along with tops having to be dominant and bottoms having to be feminine, and there can't be a feminine top or a masculine bottom. Mask and femme, We all have those energies inside of us. Some choose to tap into them and others don't. But it's like gays have to fit into categories to meet each other. It's so irritating and toxic.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
Literally the whole self-love, self-help, self-growth, just like working on you. But like, hear me out. Like, all those things are good. I'm not saying they're bad. Keep doing you, like, keep working. We're thriving here in 2021. But a lot of people like to focus on like all the good aspect of like self-help, self-growth, self-love, all that. Like fitness, nutrition, reading more books, meditating. Amazing. They're all great. But like, what triggers you? What makes you angry? Why are you insecure? Why? Naturally, we want to see ourselves as like perfect. And even if we don't see ourselves as perfect, we don't want to see ourselves as flawed. But like, what's the point of doing all this like self-development if you're gonna fall into the same cycle the next time you, I don't know, go into a relationship or like whatever. Super cliche, but accept yourself, flaws and all.
What's something
That is fast though. Folks do be quick to point out other people's problems, and they can't accept their own problems that they bring into a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't. That's
Especially even trying to. I'm just saying, especially when they. A lot of people be on positive journey. I know you're supposed to be positivity, but can you really positively grow without addressing the negative? You know?
within yourself though. It wasn't about like other people. It's just within yourself.
No.
Like people only focus on, oh, I'm getting my health this, health that, fitness this, fitness that, positive meditation this, meditation that. But at the same time, you need to kind of look in the mirror and be like, okay, but
you know, a lot of folks like that be trying to point out other folks' flaws.
But that's what I was for.
Thing that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic.
Immigrant parents slapping and verbally manipulating their own fucking children. Like seriously, South Asians watching this, yeah? How much longer are we going to keep romanticizing our parents hitting us and verbally manipulating us when we're fucking kids and claiming that it's just part of the culture? It's not culture, it's abuse. And don't even get me fucking started on how hypocritical it is that 1 minute they're like, oh, you got to show respect to your elders, but in the next breath, I swear, the next breath, they're like, what the fuck are you doing, you useless moron? Do something useful with your life. Be successful. The definition of which, might I add, is by their own Eurocentric capitalistic standard. Like, fucking hell, man, we always say mental health's not taken seriously enough, but maybe if we stop romanticizing literal abuse, we might make just a little bit of progress.
What's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
Oh God, please do not stone me for this. Having kids. Now wait, it's not toxic in its entirety. Having children, of course, is not toxic in its entirety. There are aspects of it that are very toxic. Hear me out. Having children is glamorized and prioritized over very necessary pieces of actually raising children. People are not addressing past traumas. They're not addressing their stability, mentally, physically, financially. They're not in honest, quality, functional relationships. But all of these things are taking a back seat to the idea of bringing children into the world and having a baby shower and having a gender reveal and having a sip and see. Both the parents and the children are forced into this reality that they can't recreate their favorite TV family, that life is very real, but having children is glamorized. So the kids are just going to grow up, not address their traumas, and just have their own kids and repeat the cycles.
That's crazy.
Bro, we was just talking about that the other day, right?
Yeah.
Because can I address this? Like somebody come in and was like, when are we gonna have a YouTube baby?
Yeah. And that triggered me.
It
triggered me, but I was just
because we're not, like, to be honest, even though we do YouTube, we don't even call ourselves YouTubers. Like when people ask us what we do, like, to be honest, I hate even saying I do YouTube or even try to bring it up because I don't want some people use this as a like they brag with it, or because I do YouTube or I'm a YouTuber, I'm of this echelon. Like even like that's the reason why we don't vlog. Because personally, it still should be a a part of your reality that you keep and hold to yourself.
Not saying that we would never, but I feel like sometimes putting too much out there, people feel like they are entitled to certain things, or because I was like, what was your point of even like who like what made you act something like that, honey? We were I can't speak for anybody else, but we have been a couple way before this, known each other like years and years and years and years before this. So I would never
year
like
11 of knowing each other.
Yeah, like 11.
Yeah, since 2010.
Yeah, 11 years now. So like YouTube, baby. What?
Like we ain't
like,
have
we
no,
really out
we
here
have no
doing
kids
that
for YouTube. Like that ain't.
And if someone is out here like having kids for YouTube, then that's their business.
And even
but don't bring that over here to us.
Even when it turns into us having a family, it won't be broadcast. I don't think it'll be broadcast personally on YouTube because it's like our family is our family. Like we created Kid and C for Kid and C and not for Kid and C and A, B, C, and D, E, F, G kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what the future holds, but at the same time, it won't be no. It won't be for the camera.
Just to speak on the kids aspect, we're not ready to have kids right now because we have goals and that we're trying to achieve, and we're still working on
or
us.
Even touching on what even traumas. Yeah, like it's still healing going on. It's still a lot of stuff that you need to break before you. It's
a lot of stuff y'all would never know about that we work on with each other to be able to, before we even decide to even bring another life into the world. Yeah. But like I said, never want to pass past trauma down to the next generation. So work on before a child is even brought about. Like try to talk to your spouse and try to work. It's not like I don't want to bring another human being into this world to carry on burdens that we continue to carry.
At some point, somewhere, somebody needs to break this curse, the generational curse. So,
and I want my kids to see a different life that I didn't see, that kids around me don't get to see, because I don't want them having to see mom and dad having to go to this job. I gotta go this.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's just not something I want.
And that's cool, but but there's nothing wrong with that though. Yeah. So, but yeah, that triggered me. But definitely, that last one, and a lot of the because
I think people do. That's one thing people do glamorize YouTube kids, and sometimes that's actually toxic because now the kids growing up with a camera in their face and they don't have a sense of reality, of normal life.
Yeah,
I want my kids to be able to go outside and not have to worry about a camera in my face or worry about people coming up. Oh, let them be them. You know what I'm saying? Let them do them. Let them find their journey in life the same way I was able to find mine. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, hey, if y'all want to see part 2 again, let us know in the comment section down below. Let us know let me know what y'all may want to see next in the comment section down below. Let us know, man. I'm stumbling on my word. My bad, y'all. But as always, I know how to go, man. I do go by the name DJ Nikki. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are y'all.
Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks.